Hi friends, welcome to a new video. I thought it would be fun to film a collage session so you can see my process when I'm creating a collage. Let's go over first the supplies that I have in front of me. The important one is actually my art journal. I've been using this one and another art journal I made that's slightly larger to create collages recently. This one is 4 inches by 6 inches, and I covered the inside and the outside of the cover with paper that I've monoprinted, and I bound it using the Coptic stitch, and that helps for the journal to lay flat when you're using it. So we'll be working on this. The paper is 80-pound drawing paper, and it's good for this purpose of using in an art journal. It's heavy enough. If I was making a collage that I was going to sell, then I would use a heavier substrate. Let me put this aside for a moment and let's go over the paint. I'm going to paint a ground first, and I like matte acrylic paint. This happens to be the Blick brand. It's not sponsored. It's just a good matte acrylic paint that's inexpensive that I've been using. And then let's go over the collage materials. Kind of had an idea. Before I started, I pulled the papers that I thought would look good together with a yellow oxide. I don't know, maybe the maroons and pinks might look good. Blues and aquas always look good together with a yellow. And then just grabbing some plain unmarked up or painted just pages from a book. So I'm going to use that. Let's see. Oh, binder clips. Even though my journal lays pretty flat, it's good to have some clips on hand so you can clip the pages together so they lay additionally flat. Glue stick's always good. Paintbrush, because I'm going to be painting my ground. Water. And then scissors and some marking tools. And those are good as well. Not sure which one I'm going to use, but I'm going to mark up the ground a little bit so it has some added interest. So let's start by painting the ground. Go. Okay, I moved you in a bit closer. Just going to be painting the ground, but I also wanted to tell you something else that supplies that I like having around besides some paper towels to wipe off my brush, is I like putting a piece of paper in between when I'm painting the page that I'm working on and then the next page. And for me, I like it so the pages don't stick together if I'm too heavy on my painting. And also when I'm gluing, sometimes I do that. So when I'm collaging on top and there's glue on the collage piece of paper and it's going off the edge, it doesn't stick to the page down below. Other than that, I'm just going to paint, and let's see. Just get my brush a little wet. I'm not gonna dunk it out. I guess you could if you want to. It's just, I'm just laying it on. I'm not mixing anything, so I don't need it to be on a plate or anything, or a palette. And I like that, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I like there's some variation here, some heavy and some thin areas. That gives interest to your ground as well. Even though probably most of it's going to be covered up with collage papers, it's good to have that added interest. Layering of interest is good. All right, let's let that dry a bit, and then we'll come back. The ground feels pretty dry. I don't know if you see the texture, some dark and light spots, areas. I really like that. So here's some of my choices. I'm kind of leaning towards this Prism, what is it called? Dark Umber colored pencil. I think I'm going to use that. So what I'm going to do is just going to scribble just to get some texture in the background, so it just adds another layer. All right, so now we're going to start collaging. Let me get back out my collage papers so you can see them. The pinks and this kind of a maroon color. Put those out. I'm going to get really leaning towards that teal. That's really pretty. But I have my other blues if I want to use that as well. And then to get some very light areas, I have just some of these unmarked collage. So let's just start doing it. Not sure if I'm going to talk you through all of it, but I will come back in and explain what I'm doing if it's something important I want to share. So let's start going. So I brought out one more piece of paper that I thought would look good with that. It might be a little busy because of the lines, but I want to give it a try. I want to see if this will work out. So I'm going to leave that as well. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I want to make it straight edge, not torn. Let's give that a try. Let's see how that will work out. Okay, I'm going to just take a moment and to see if the layout so far is visually interesting. Are these two shapes too similar in size and going the same direction? Or would it be more interesting if I would switch it up a bit like this? Let's see. I like that this piece is narrower compared to this piece. I like this ground part showing through in these three areas. I'm not sure about this piece still. I don't know if it's too plain or if I need to repeat that color somewhere else. The size is too even. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. Does that tie in that? I like this area because we have the light, the medium, and then the dark. I like this light green area against the thin maroon area. This is a nice contrast and visually interesting. I keep going back to this area. I'm not sure what it needs yet. I'm okay with the dark blue being the only dark blue in the piece. It has like a focal point or some type of stark contrast pop of color. Also thinking of adding these light blue pieces. This one may not be good because of the purple, too much contrast. This one's nice because you can see some variegation of green. Do we need another overlapping area? Is that interesting? Or is it more interesting here? Kind of like that better. Take that out. Or is this more interesting? Kind of like this. Let me glue down what we have and see where we're at. So here where we are. I cut this down thinner, so we're playing with scale. This one, again, I cut down, not perfect, but more of an angle. Now I have some areas that to me look like they need a little more. I was thinking here, because it's just so light in this area. This spot here, it's large, but it's nice because it has scale, you know, this talking about scale. This is nice. Then up here, I'm thinking I might need something. So let's just go with some suggestions. For here, I was thinking taking this color, bringing it in, because I don't want too much contrast. I just want to break up that space. Then up at the top, I'm going to, again, let me put that there. To see how that breaks up the space a little bit more. And I was thinking these are similar in size. And I don't know if it's better there or there to kind of frame it. These two look too even with that. Keep coming back to that. Whoops. We'll just put it there for now. Then down here, like I was saying, it looks so light, even just a little bit. Let me take this off for a second. Just a little bit here. I think that helps this area. I'm happy with putting this here. My only question is to deal with that. Do we want to go thicker? Thinner? Or split the difference? Let's just I like that size, actually. Actually like that. So let me glue that down and then we'll show where we're at. Okay, I moved you in yet a little bit closer so you can see where we are. And I'm actually pretty happy with this. I think this helped break up this space a bit and add some darkness tones. This added some interest, but not so much contrast if I put the darker blue or the burgundy. The burgundy up here, for my eye, it broke up the space that these two areas were almost the exact same size, and this adds interest. So there you have it. There's our finished collage. Please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments section. I appreciate you watching. Take care. Bye now.